7 signs someone is slowly losing interest in you and what it really means. Have you ever felt like someone who once showed you a lot of attention suddenly starts acting different? They take longer to reply, they seem distant, the conversations feel forced, and you start asking yourself a painful question: are they losing interest in me? The truth is, when someone begins to lose interest, it rarely happens all at once. It usually happens slowly, through small behavioral changes that are easy to ignore at first. In this video, we'll explore 7 signs someone may be slowly losing interest in you, and the psychology behind why it happens. Sign number 1. Their communication becomes inconsistent. At the beginning, communication usually feels effortless. They text first, they respond quickly, they want to talk to you. But when someone starts losing interest, communication often becomes unpredictable. Sometimes they reply quickly. Other times they disappear for hours or even days. This happens because their emotional investment is changing. When someone feels strongly about you, communication feels natural. When their interest fades, responding starts to feel like effort instead of excitement. Sign number 2. They stop asking about your life. When someone truly likes you, they're curious about you. They ask questions like, "How was your day? What are you working on lately? What made you happy today?" But when interest starts fading, those questions slowly disappear. The conversation becomes surface level. They may still respond when you talk, but they rarely initiate deeper interest in your life. Psychologically, curiosity is a strong indicator of emotional investment. When curiosity fades, it often means emotional connection is weakening. Sign number 3. You're always the one initiating. Another subtle sign is when you become the only one keeping the connection alive. You send the first message. You suggest meeting up. You start every conversation. At first, this may seem like a temporary phase, but if it continues for weeks, it often signals a shift in effort. Healthy relationships usually involve mutual pursuit. When one person consistently stops initiating, it can mean they're slowly stepping back emotionally. Sign number 4. Their energy around you feels different. Sometimes the biggest sign isn't what someone says, it's the energy they bring. When someone is interested in you, they tend to be present, engaged, and enthusiastic. But when interest fades, their energy may feel distracted, distant, or emotionally unavailable. They might still spend time with you, but it no longer feels the same. Conversations feel shorter, laughter becomes less frequent, and the emotional warmth begins to fade. Our intuition often notices these changes before our mind accepts them. Sign number 5. They stop making future plans. When people are excited about someone, they naturally think about the future. They talk about things you should do together, places you should visit, plans for next weekend. But when someone begins losing interest, future planning slowly disappears. Instead of saying, "Let's do that next week," they say things like, "We'll see, maybe sometime." This shift happens because their mind is no longer imagining a future connection in the same way. Sign number 6. They seem more interested in other things. Another sign is when you start feeling like a lower priority. They suddenly become very busy. Busy with work, busy with friends, busy with everything except spending time with you. Of course, everyone has responsibilities, but when someone truly values a relationship, they usually make time for it. When interest fades, people often redirect their energy toward other areas of their life. Sign number 7. You feel like something is off. The final sign is often the most difficult to explain. You simply feel that something has changed. The connection doesn't feel the same. Maybe you feel like you're walking on eggshells. Maybe conversations feel forced. Maybe you sense emotional distance. Human beings are very good at sensing subtle emotional shifts. If your instincts repeatedly tell you something feels different, it's often worth paying attention to that feeling. Why people slowly lose interest. It's important to understand that losing interest doesn't always mean something is wrong with you. Sometimes it happens because the initial excitement fades, people realize they want different things, or emotional compatibility isn't as strong as they hoped. Attraction and connection are complex psychological processes, and sometimes feelings simply change. A healthier way to respond. If you notice these signs, the most important thing you can do is avoid chasing someone who is emotionally pulling away. Instead, focus on maintaining your self-respect. Communicate honestly if needed, and pay attention to whether effort is mutual. Healthy relationships grow when both people choose each other consistently. Final thought. Interest doesn't disappear overnight. It fades through small changes in attention, effort, and emotional presence. By recognizing these signs early, you can protect your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. And remember, the right person won't make you constantly question whether they care about you. They'll show you through their actions. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to Love Relationship Lab, where we explore the psychology, science, and everyday reality of love and human connection. Because understanding people better can help you build healthier, more meaningful relationships.